1,000 bottles of baby oil. Look, I was also shocked at that amount of baby oil for that amount of guests. I mean, a party that size. But I want to remind each of you out there who is judging that Diddy was in a tough place, okay? Ciroc sales were low. Album sales have fallen off over the years. So yes, in a party that size, it's hard to understand why he would have only 1,000 bottles. But here we are, taking him to court for an honest mistake. I'm a trial lawyer. I'm gonna show you what it's like if I had Puffy as a client in this current situation, okay? This is defending Diddy. Ladies and gentlemen, before you judge, before we sit on our high horses and look down upon those who rose from the ashes, let me say one thing. Actually, 38 things. Platinum records, okay? 38 platinum records under Bad Boy Records, all right? And for Diddy alone, 7 platinum records. You guys were all buying this stuff. Are you really surprised at who he is? In I Need a Girl Part 1, my client says, and I quote, "Didn't appreciate her, so I made her cry for me. Every night she had tears in her eyes for me. Caught a case, shorty took the whole ride for me." He's a man who appreciates loyalty. In his song Satisfy You with esteemed singer R. Kelly, my client once again says, and I quote, "Be that voice of reason when you ain't trying to hear it. You want it, but fear it, but love it when you near it." He's attuned to the needs of his partners. And in a song called The World Is Filled with his late, great friend, Notorious B.I.G., Diddy, my client, sings, "See, we date him like we hate him, see him like we don't need him. Treat him like we meet him and never give him freedom." Who gave me this one? Look, we can't judge a man based on his words alone. So let's take a look at his actions and you tell me which of you could cast the first stone. In 1999, Diddy gave one of his up-and-coming artists a massive raise in the form of a cash bonus. And you all took it to mean he was bribing an 18-year-old rapper to take the blame for some shooting at some nightclub. Yes, the timing was unfortunate, and Jamal Barrow went to prison for 10 years, but Diddy was just trying to help this young artist shine. Not only did he care about his employees on the home front, but Diddy created jobs overseas too. In 2003, a news article broke that Diddy's clothing company, Sean John, was manufacturing quality clothing in Honduras. His little shops housed thousands of employees, boosting the Honduran economy in an amount none of you ever cared to measure. And in 1994, Diddy promoted Biggie's song, Who Shot Ya, which was about Tupac, our favorite artist, getting shot. And while that wasn't the shooting that ultimately took Pac away from us, Diddy was persistent to find out the truth of who shot Tupac. This man invested millions in publicizing that song for the manhunt of who was trying to hurt one of our favorite artists. And here we are 30 years later, and you finally see the results with Keefe D admitting to who shot Tupac. Diddy's investment paid off decades later, and all of you forgot about that. This man has been dedicated to the truth and respecting the system. In the song Bad Boys for Life, he states, "We ain't going nowhere." And isn't that the truth? He respected the bail system. He turned himself in. He didn't flee. He stayed exactly where he was. And he's always said he's a bad boy for life. So let me ask you this, ladies and gentlemen. Wouldn't you be offended if he really wasn't a bad boy for life? If this whole time Diddy was a complete fraud? Sure, he threw a couple of wild parties that got a little rowdy. Look, these parties had baby oil, okay, to soothe people that were getting massages, okay? And the baby oil contained here, it says right, it contained GBH. Okay, well, I mean, GBH helps people relax. It's to help people relax during a massage, right? My point is, he never hid who he was. He never hid who he is. And you all knew him and loved him over the past 30 years. And you want to hate him now? Oh, and one final note about Diddy being on suicide watch. There were a lot of high-profile people at those parties. People you all love. So when it comes to this recent tweet right here, let's just make sure my client doesn't get Epsteined, okay?
We, the jury, in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Sean Diddy Combs, guilty.
Fuck!